Hey there, and welcome back to the farm. Off we go to the next day though, because I think we did a lot today. In the last episode that was right, you know, we did earn a lot of money too, did a lot of logging too, and we were able to drive in 2 different trucks, and also, you know, that was a very nice experience, so I have to say. Here we are though, Grandpa is still standing there. What a beautiful farm we have, I suppose, right? You know, it could be a little bit newer looking with a fresh paint job, but yeah, it does look really nice. I kind of want to have a picture here. Booyah, there we go. Now, let's see. I wish there were certain missions here and there, you know, but we do have tasks. I do like role-playing, so, you know, like, that is the only thing that I miss in the game, but so far so good. Cultivating 89. I think we will take that one. It's a nice truck. What do we have here? The McCormick. Ooh. Not a bad one either though, huh? With its looks and all. I really like it. It's a chunky boy though, but it's really solid looking. Oh, yep, there we go. And of course we are going to grab the front weight too. Or else we might have lift off though. That's an interesting front weight, by the way. And now I have to kind of tip it. There we go. Nice. Alright. Could have gone a little bit smoother. But look at this, man. You know, like McCormick though, my boys. We have driven one before. But it really does look like something like a spaceship though, huh? Not really the cabin itself, but the tools to or disposal, right, you know? Like the control system. Now add this to one of the combines, you know, where you can actually you know, like look around a little bit more, you know, like where the windows are a little bit, or the windshields are a little bit wider and more rounded. And you have a spaceship though, for real. He did not stop there, right? You know, we forced him to stop, but he didn't stop for the stop sign. My boy was in a hurry. He was probably late at work. It's 8 AM after all, 2/8. And we want to increase the time. Hell yeah. I don't want to be able to do too much and just grind my sorrows of poverty away. We want to do that with a time limit. I can't wait though to invest in our own tractors, but it will have to wait a little bit. I want something at least that is 160 horsepower or higher, because the Challenger is 160 horsepower, so maybe the John Deere has to go, but I also kind of want to keep it because of sentimental values, right? You know, it's the first tractors we had, one might say. Now we have to find out where we have to go. Alright, to the right it is. And here we are. Now we have done this before, so we are just going to hire someone. And there we go. Let's have a little look. Oh yeah. Man, this is something though. Careful there, big boy. I love it. Ah, this is water over here. So does that mean that we can make a water well? Maybe. That's a nice little fall. Is that someone there standing on the porch? Nah. I mean, could be though, right? I don't think so, nah. I'm not sure what it is though. Oh wow, they got a trampoline, dude. What? It's an eagle. What a shame, we cannot enter it. What a shame. I mean, can't blame me though. Oh, that would be so nice to sit there. Oh, the chicken coop. Yeah, we want to have that too. Just here on the farm to get a little bit of inspiration though. Hopefully the farmer is not really trigger happy, right? You know, but oh well. Okay, got a bottle there. This is a lovely barn. Wait a minute, he's a fisherman too? Yeah, look at that. Interesting though, huh? These traps and everything. Oh, he processes them. maybe he doesn't process the fish though. Maybe he processes whatever is that and then makes a little cube out of that. But kind of seems more like a processor for making fish puree. I don't know, man. You know, where you just have a little paste or something. Anyways, let's go. We have a new job at... Ooh, harvesting, huh? Well, I mean, who will say no to this? Because this is cotton again, yes. And this truck we did use before. I love it. All right, so 24, that's all the way to the top left. And the distance drive is not long either. So borrow the items. Abso-freaking-lutely, though. Just to make sure. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. And we have to drive it there at the farmer's market. Alright, this is really, really nice, though. Start ignition. Yeah, these cotton farmers, though, right, you know, they know what's going on. It is worth quite a lot, though, you know, as far as I can see, by just hiring someone and giving them 18k. But in general, these cotton harvesters, right, they are not something to laugh at either. They have a massive, you know, like storage. And not just that, they just drop it off, though, for a truck or whatsoever to just grab it whenever he needs it. Beautiful autumn, isn't it? It's November right now, so it's really at the end of winter. It's autumn and the beginning of winter. But you can really see it, though, in the nature right now. So awesome. A little bit more dewy, right, you know? I love this. I love these details. Oh, wow. Do you see that? There's actually leaves on the road right now, too. Way more than it was before. This is so realistic. Oh, I love it, dude. I could just look at the leaves like this for a very long while. You know, like, it's so chill. Oh, I apologize, fellow farmer field. But yeah, here we are. Let's get to work. I kind of want to try it out, though, a little bit again, though. But I would say we're going to start here and then go the long routes. Normally you will do it this way, right, you know, from these rows. But we did see the walker just do it in the long way. That means actually that we can do it too, right? I kind of want to stay a little bit on the left side, so I know that the AI walker that we will hire will not skip that, because that little bit, though, means higher percentage in collecting, meaning that I might get a bonus again, because in the last episode we got a bonus of over 5k, though, so that is kind of wild, though. That is kind of wild, and I want to repeat that, of course. Hoppa. And now this is the long road, though, and I have to say this will totally pay off, by the way. Totally pay off. I kind of think about doing a certain specialized run, though, slowly, but maybe we have to do that from the get-go. I'm still learning, right, you know, and still want to see more things than what we have been through right now, because it just gives us more ideas in the long run, right? But we really want to limit ourselves to a certain farm style or a certain crop, just to see where we can go with that. Only to open up for more, or to diversify in a certain way with a new run or whatever. It's a rather big field, sure, but I kind of have to say though, right, for 6%, and we are almost in a complete circle, so this is probably 7% then, with already a yield of 23. Yeah, I should drive a little bit straighter though, but yeah, 23%. Wow, that is a lot though, right, you know? And look at the liters, by the way, that's quite a bit too. So that is nothing to scoff at. So that's the beautiful thing about it. Now we are in an entire circle, 7%. I'm taking a little bit of a wider road, so we just take this side and it's clean up for the next run. But wow, this is really, really good. Let's hire a walker here, by the way, so we can get this one in position too. I would say, you know, it is absolutely worth it though, if you ask me, right? You know, you can get mighty rich with that. But the starter cost might be very tall too, right? Where you have to rent the special equipment and all. So that's something you have to take care of, right? You know, and keep in mind. But it will definitely be worth it though. And off we are to the high road again. Beautiful. And accelerate. Not to the max though, but although we could, of course. I would say 60 would be more than enough, right? After all, it's already very quick, as you can see. It feels like double the speed, to be honest. Yeah, and compared to real life, this feels like double the speed, if not even more, right? It feels more like 150. Taking here to the right. So yeah, we have one rule, of course, you know, with our own farms and everything, is that we can only use our own machinery and tractors, but we can rent some, right? We can lease some. We cannot just use this vehicle right now to just make it a little bit easier to haul our own goods, you know what I mean? And nothing, nobody there and there. Off we are. We are already there though. I mean, it's really going quick. There's another cotton farmer here to the right. Smart boy. I kind of want to take a right here and then I take a left so we don't have to cut in between the grass fields. Oh, that's one stop sign. Woo. Nobody did see anything though, huh? Can you imagine if there will be an accident, how guilty we will feel though? Whoa! I had my indicator on though. I had my indicator on. That guy is absolutely insane. To pass a truck like that with their indicator on. And look at that, that's a worker right there. Very, very lovely. Let's put ignition off. There we are. I will just keep the worker at work there. He will just poop out all the cotton balls at the back, so that's very nice. You want me to do that job though? I really want to do it in a certain way though, but at the same time I'm like, there might be something more expensive around, you know what I mean? What do you want me to do? Grain. Yeah, we could easily do this, to be honest. And it's a good payment, by the way. Very good payment. Stone picking. Oh, wait a minute. That's interesting. So we automatically throw it at the back, though. Probably. Wood transport. We only have a single one right now, so that's not bad either. Penalty per tree is 2,000. Number of tree, 10. Of 19. Wow, that's a lot, by the way. Farmland spraying. With this beauty, that is easy mode money, by the way. But then again, right, you know, we do have to get our own spraying fuel. But the lease cost is very minimum, though. Oh, wait a minute. Did it go away? No. I think we will do this. Yes. I think we will... Oh, no! Did you see that? It was a different one. Oh, no. Okay. Whew. Okay, wow. I thought like, oh, no. Our job is so much harder right now, right? Big bag pellets, big bags right over here. Seeds, weeds, blah, 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 blah. Solid fertilizer bag. By the way, what does it need? Liquids? I think it is a liquid one, though. Yeah, I really do think it's a liquid one. Let's go buy it. Kind of makes sense, though, because it has sprayers. So, you know, like, it is the smart thing to assume. And it is. Oh, yeah. What a big beauty, by the way, this dyno. 2,000 liters. I think that's cool, though. I think that's good enough, in other words. But, man, look at this. This is the, you know, the space station thing that I meant. Oh, European trademark. Very nice, though. Very nice. Alright, where do we go? I believe it was down south here. Yes, alright. We know the one. Wait a minute. What? We already have been there. Picking up cotton, though. Remember? Wow, look at this. Camera. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I just want to say, is this electric? But no, it's not. Sounds like one, though. Oh, the engine is very, very far away. Look at the speeds. Well, you can call me impressed, by the way. You can really call me impressed for this one. This is crazy, though. It's like a truck, though, isn't it? Oh yeah, look at this. I love it. I want one. I hope I can paint it in a different color. If not, that's okay, though. But I really, really want one. I don't think we fit through there. So, can you imagine Grandpa thinking like, holy cow, he bought that one for the farm? I wish, though, it's probably around 500k or something, right? Probably something like that. Let's just park here for a second. I kind of want to investigate our own fields. Because it's been a while that we have done anything here. What happened here? Okay, it's still growing. Yeah, the weeds should be destroyed. Yield bonus 43%. Did I not fertilize that twice? I mean, I could quickly go over it, but it's not allowed, though, I think. Plus 65%. Haha. Fertilized 100%, yeah. Weed. Large. Oh, there are some large spots here and there. Oh, yeah, look at that. Here they are. And that means that we actually have to... buy a new one, though, right? You know, or rent it. And that would be very bad. Because it will cut in our profits big time. I think we have to deal with it. I mean, wow, get rid of those weeds, though, because we had it at 100% right before. That's a reduction of 35%. That really is way too much, though. Nobody can afford that, though, right? You know, if it keeps happening. And here we are. Oh, wow. The weeds really did grow quickly after all of this, though. But the cotton... I mean, does it just remain here? Like, regrow? I mean, could be, though. I have no idea. No idea, though, at all. But anyways, let's go and lower, or actually activate this. Oh no, what are we doing? Yeah, the liquid fertilizer, though. Let's just put it back in. Let's open that one up. Ooh, the trees might be in the way, though. That's beautifully though. That is a really, really big noise in it. Oh, just in time. Within the rains and all. Alright, let's activate it. Remember, if these are too low, then you have a massive... Wow, the field is not really straight though, I just realized. Yeah. So we have to do a little bit over again. But anyways, the thing though is right, you know, if you lower the weeder though, right, the sprayer I mean, then the issue is, well, some of these will not spray everywhere. And we had that issue on our own farm, so it's good that we do know that. It was a little bit trippy though. It kind of felt like we were driving, you know, like a little bit sideways, but that's because of the layout of the plants and the field. We're going rather quickly through the fertilizer, which is no issue in the end. You can just hire a worker and it will bankrupt me a little bit. Cultivating one is done. Springfield. Wait a minute. 0%? Are we spraying it with... Oh. Yeah. I see it. Better use it so it disappears and we can drop it off somewhere else. I see it. We don't have Herbie, you know, on. Silly, silly me. Oh, silly, silly me. Let's unload that one. And then hire a worker, though. And then, you know, like, pay for double. But my, oh my, oh my. There we go. Look at this. Stop walking. Tank is empty. I thought normally you... Oh, I did deactivate it. Okay, there we go. As you can see, my money is dwindling down rather quickly, though. But it should not cost more than 2k or 3k, right? You know. So this might technically be cheaper compared to buying an entire canister. But then again, it could be double the price too. I have no idea right now. It is very expensive. Yeah, very, very expensive though. So one of the fields is complete, which is lovely. So that is that. With this, we could actually afford, you know, like, you know, the spraying of this one though. Could have gone better, I would say, right? Right. One of my favorite ones is actually Bale wrapping. It's a very, very chill way, I would say, right? You know, like to make money. Very easy, very quick too, and we are getting like a little bit over 8k for it. So that's very nice. Zoom out. The best thing about it is though, it's right around the corner. Oh yep, no time dilly-dallying or anything like that. My only issue is though, we should have get herbicide instead of fertilizer. We only made those weeds a little bit stronger in the end, I suppose. It's such a weird way to drive because of the camera angle, but it just makes total, you know, sense though, if you think about it too, right? You know, like, it's going to be difficult to do it in the front unless you have it in the front and then you throw it to the left by the machine. But to control that machine will be really, really something else, right? You know, will be a real struggle, I might say. Not impossible to do, but still. La cocaína. Imagine that is a normal brake, by the way. Either there's so much of that white powder around, you know, like it doesn't mean anything more economically wise. It's just such an overflooded market, and then they have to ship it in such mighty breaks. Or, I don't know, man. You know, like, people are getting used to it a whole lot more. That's another option too. Well, that's a beautiful build, isn't it? This is one of the easiest jobs though that you can imagine, in my opinion though. But it's good that we do know this, because if we want to focus on animals, we want grass fields, we want grass mowers, we want to line everything up in a line, then we want to have something that makes these bales, and then we want to have a wrapper like this. And then we want to have a transporter for it too, right? What is going on with Springfield 1? It's still at 0%? No way. How? Why? I mean, it did cost me a lot of money right now, right? Remove the weeds in the field by spraying with herbicide. Did he just do the same thing that I did? I think that's the case though. Let's put it back on. At least, you know, we have learned to be way more careful, I suppose, right? You know, but the thing though is, it will be a job that pays for itself, if you know what I mean though, right? You know, we will have a very, and I repeat, very, very little profit here. But that's alright. These things do happen, right? You know, we have to get the job done, and that's important. The farmer is waiting for it too, right? So gotta keep a word. I do love this map, man. You know, like in winter, look at this. It's just so foggy around, though. It's so pleasant to look at. It's a bummer, though. I have lost, what, like 3,000 already? And the job was still not done for him, so... Yeah, you know what I mean? He just kept going and kept going. Ah, silly me though. But that's the fun thing about this though. We learned so much though right now. So much. Lights are on. Awesome. Is it snowing? I mean, there might be a couple of snow sprinkles and sprinkles here and there, right? Now let's see. Fertilizer, herbicide. Alright, herbicide. Which one do we want though? Crop solutions, 2000. Herbicides can be used in sprays to remove weeds. Corteva. Helm. Crop solutions. Agri-science. I don't know. I'm just going for this one though. Tell me which one you do get and why you recommend that one. Okay, can we actually fill it up from here? I doubt that. Yep. Oh wow, do you see that? It's a twin steer. Oh, that is cool, man. Oh, that is really sweet. Oh, not enough room, boy. Yeah, I'm driving like a maniac, though. The farmer is waiting after all. And time is money now, isn't it? Okie dokie. It's a bike road, though, but we fit right through here, and we have authority to drive here, right? You know, like we are really working here, so you know, that's the difference. Now, my boy, can you just spray it and please make it the way how we all intended it to be? Look at the fog now, huh? The sun is warming up the landscape. In other words, you know, like it evaporates the fog. Still 0%? Still 0%? What is going on here? This is herbicide. Is it not the trademark that he wished for? Maybe. Here. It with herbicide. 91 size. Yeah, hectare. What is going on though? Okay, I don't want it to buy any of this anymore, right? Because the issue is, if I do that, he will use it and he will refill it though. And that meaning, look at that. I already lost a couple of thousand right now. Is this a bug or something? So I restarted the game. Now let's see if this did happen in the correct way, right? You know, like reset. It's like unplugging. If not, I will just let this go. But it doesn't really change the crops now, does it? The crops just stay colored. I think this one is totally bugged though, so I have to pay the price for it anyways. And I lost already like 5k on it or something, so... That's really bad. No, 5k more though, because I did buy the pesticide too, so it will be 6k. I will just let him run out of pesticide and then we will see, right, you know. Build type not supported. Build type is supported, my boy. Let's put... let's put this big boy on. And let's make at least a little bit of cash around here, right? You know, the other one, yeah, we would just cancel though, I suppose, right? You know, we have no other choice, sadly. It was a well-paying job and it's massive losses right now. That's the farmer's life, right? You know, something happens and there goes the entire profit of an entire field. Let's just see how it goes right now. Now, I did find the button though. Does not automatically pick up now another one, so that's kind of funny. Oh, there we go. It does. That's half the fun, by the way, right? You know, about being a farmer or a mechanic or something. It's just that something always goes wrong and you just have to fix another thing that is just unexpected. And here we are though. That makes life entertaining for others to watch, right? You know, we always have something, don't we now? Is harvesting field 38 asleep or something? 39% though. Today is a day of issues, isn't it? Yeah, look at this. It's not really an issue right now. We have one gigantic block right over there. And I can't wait to do this for my own farm, right? So let's cancel the other one because... This one is the hay baling, 8k. It pays for this field job right now. He's completely done. Not sure what's going on here though. Probably a scam artist with mustards like that though. He should go back to making adult movies in France with that crap there on the nose. And let's just see. Deadwood, of course. Very good show, by the way. I highly recommend watching Deadwood. And what do we have here? Plowing. We can do this one. Oh, we did drive one of those before, huh? It's very strange to drive it, but it's a lot of fun to drive, by the way. There we are. One massive little boy. Now, I'm talking about me and the big boy right over here, of course, you know. Look at this. This one drives actually much better than the other one. I thought it was the same as the other one though, but no, this one has front steering like this instead of being in the middle. It is a beauty though, huh? Look at all of that. It is fantastic though. It's a solid choice though, right? You know, if you have the money for it, oh my, I can only imagine what a successful farmer you must be though. Or company, right? You know? It is absolutely something else. Do they actually have a phone number there? Like, well, maybe not though. Oh, category 1, yes. What else is written there? Oh, just a code. Okay, I see, I see. Let's stay away from the kids. How that sounds, dude. Oh, well, you know. Yeah, I was more worried about the plow right there in the back, you know, sticking out a little bit too much. Oh, jolly good me. We are actually driving to the wrong way, but that's okay though. And just keep on going. I should put my lights on again. It's foggy around, a little bit misty. Can't have that though, huh? Oh, look who's behind us. Are you going to pass us? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, so they are going. That is a very old looking silo. Wow. All rusty and everything. Probably find some very, very old metal sheets there, right? Just destroyed by nature in the past, what, 50 to 100 years? It's kind of funny, by the way. I did see a short today or yesterday. It was about Polish style of making... was it? Some type of food, right? You know, like this is how our ancestors did it, right? You know, and then the dude quotes 1920. Dude, that's 100 years ago. That's grandpa and grandpa, grandpa and grandma. You know what I mean, though? I mean that's like what, 3 generations ago, and people are still alive from back then, right? You know. You know, like our ancestors made it from the Stone Age, my boys, you know? It's so funny how people think like 100 years, sometimes it's like 1,000 or something years ago. Heck, there are vehicles around that are 100 years old and they are still of service in a couple of military countries, you know, in their military, I mean then. It is so interesting though, like, you know, like, yeah, I mean, how do you even reply to that though, right? You know? I don't want to make fun of the dude, of course, you know, but it is interesting that people are so out of touch with what is actually going on in the world and how far things are. Now, this looks like an interesting one too. It is great. Soybeans, all right. Let's just keep that into the ground for now. Stone picking. I could try this one out though. Yeah, sure. Borrow the items, because with this one, ooh, we could actually learn a little bit. Like, both are for the back side, if you know what I mean. Now, right, there we go. Interesting. I thought like one would be for the front, but no. So we collect it with this one, and then we hook it up to maybe to the other one. I don't think that's the case, but we collect them there, and then we spew it out. Maybe. Let's check out the pipe. There's no pipe like this. Okay. Well, clearly though, right? But I have a command that says pipe, so that's a little joke about it. Because it can also be applied to anything else. Okay, so we have to go here to number 8. Ah, yeah, it is collecting and keeping stones, as we can see to the bottom right there. So that makes everything a little bit clearer. I need that DLC though, for real. So by the end of the day, I want to have 100k, by the way, because I want to buy a forklift or something like that, right? Like a small machine. And with that small machine, I also want to buy a shovel, because I'm sure it's going to be a bad day, if you know what I mean. By the way, respect for the person that did plow this. Except for that little bit though, but look at that though. How neatly is that done? But yeah, you know, like, I think it's going to be quite useful for snow, right, you know? And I kind of want to transport my own goods and stuff like that too. I do like this stone picker, dude. It kind of sounds like an insult, you know? Like, go back to work, you stone picker. But I would love to be paid for this job though, right? You know, I wouldn't mind to be a stone picker if it would be like this, driving around though. You know, being chilling with your music. Maybe a chica on the side, right? You know, cold drink somewhere there. Or nice hot cup of coffee, right? You know, in your thermal can. Life is good. Life is good though. It's way better than an office job, you know? Man, what a machine though. I love this thing. Look at the rocks though. It's kind of hypnotizing me. I'm very curious how it goes with... Oh, wait a minute. The other trailer is probably for picking something up that we did throw out, right? Probably. Oh, that is sexy, dude, you know? Damn. Alright, so just to try that out. You did not complete your task. What are you doing, you fool? Oh. I'm not sure why you're not picking anything up. Oh, because he did ratio 2. Okay, makes sense. There we go. Now let's see though if this guy will annoy me again. No, that's good. My beautiful and clean Challenger. Oh, so we check how expensive it will be to repair this boy. Because slowly I want to use my own tractors and equipment too, right? Because I'm investing in machines right now. So the more we can do alone, the better it will be for me. I mean, I say that I want to have, you know, like 100k, but we will take whatever we can. And hopefully I can afford a, you know, nice repair or something like that, right? You know, that would be very nice. Motorex, there we are. Let's see if you can repair this big boy. And I want to see how expensive that will be, right? You know, because I like my Challenger, 160 and horsepower, big boy. Oompa Loompa Power Trooper, or whatever you want to call all of that though, man. I'm a little bit hyped though, I'm not sure why, but I'm hyped. 27 months, condition, paint condition. Ooh, repaint 10k. Repair, sure. So we repainted too. That's 10k though. It was only a matter of time, my boys, but at least we got it. The paint job still looks good, but it's only a couple of percentage left though. But man, this is decent though. And for a couple of thousand just to repair it, I don't mind it though, I don't mind it. Now, are you a scooper? You look like a scooper to me, by the way, but I think you are not. What I think you are... It's a disaster for me in waiting if I don't figure out, you know, like how to use it. By the way, I really feel more and more comfortable about all of this though, right? You know? You're just a kipper. Yes, it's a kipper. Yeah, I don't see anything where you can scoop from, you know, like a hay bale, that type of thing. But Kramper, kipper. Okay, it's a German trademark, it seems. Half pipe. Hey, it's a half pipe, dude. Clearly, right? You know, the way it looks, but somehow my mind directly went towards skateboarding. Once I had an awesome accident with it, though. Broke my wrist. Very fun, by the way. Very fun. I really think that I just have to go from behind or something. Dude! Chill, motherfucker! Dude! What the? Oh my god, we got the Bale right over there, man, you know? Like, look, what the? Yo, brother. Or sister, actually, right? You know, it's a woman. Well, kind of explains it then, I suppose. How do we get that from there in here? Maybe she just... I don't know. I can't imagine right now, though. Oh, you want to be where I am, darling? Alright, let's move, though, huh? What a queen. Let's just park over here. We will find out in a bit, I suppose. This is really well, it seems. Just waiting for this one to be 100% full, because if it's at 100% right, you know, or with 2 bales, then we can actually deliver it to the farmer's market. This is going rather well too. Right. Like, how do we get this in the other one, you know? So I really want to try out something right now. You know me. No rest for the wicked, right? You know, I'm not going to stop whenever we have something left to do, you know. Let's get out of the road. Let's... While we are driving there, let's just activate the big boy too. We'll mess up things though, but it will be alright. It's gonna be alright. Alright, let's activate that little thing over there on the top. Oh, well, let's let him pass then, though, huh? Right, the postman. Let's see. I think, though, that's because of the back side, right, you know, that it can actually lift up, though, so... You know? Oh, look at that, though, yeah. Okay, well, there goes my worries, though. Look at that thing. Oh, my. Okay, we are not missing anything. That's great. Oh, I apologize there, ma'am. Calm down, please. Oh, it's a sir, though. And there we go. Let's hire some workers here, right? You know, because... we got better things to do, huh? Like drinking our coffee right now. While drinking our coffee, we just got the message though, right? You know, like the hay bale there is... Well, the cotton bale is actually done. So let's go and collect it. I really have to show Peggy this game a little bit, right? You know, like the things that we are doing right now and that we are having workers. I think she will like it too. And maybe, though, if we have success with the channel, I might actually open up a server, though, right? You know, for Farming Simulator. That will be fun, too. Now, let's look at that right over here. Oh, a little bit further. Let's straighten it out a little bit. Let's go backwards. But first, I want to activate this. And that's all the cotton we need. One might think though, but no, there's another bale. And then we can bring it to the farmer's market. There it goes. Nom 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 nom. Beautiful though. Now lower that. And let's move forward to the next one. Awesome sauce. That wasn't the smoothest way to do it though, but we got the job done. Well, let's go to the farmer's market. But first, let's double check though that he really want to have it. They really want to have it, so that's great. All right, let's get out of this field. And here we are. So cruise control goes on around 45 km/h. Not a lot though, right? You know, it's something like a 50cc scooter might do, but it really feels really quick though. I mean, if this is a scooter for 45cc motor engines though, then I will be, yeah, dreaming about it though, right? You know, as a kid. Or depending on which country you're from, a lot of adults use them for daily usage too, right? Because it's rather useful though. In Europe, a lot of places are just very close by one another. You know, like there's no need for mass travel and stuff like that. So if you want to have groceries, just around the corner, you know what I mean? Next town, just around the corner. Oh boy! You know? One further. Next city, it's around 5 to 10 minutes drive on the bicycle, so you know, a car will be quicker and the scooter will just be in between, I would say. And I suppose if you're French or if you are Italian, it's a must, I suppose. Yeah, I'm going to have a very tight turn there to the left or to the right. That's interesting. To the right will be a little bit easier, simpler. But let's go and take the one to the left. It's going to be good practice. The difficult though is that of the difficulty in this game with these turns and corners is that you really accelerate so quickly though. You know, like the physics are there. But you feel like, you know, like you just accelerate at a certain point a little bit too much. And that makes it way more difficult to anticipate it. In comparison to Euro Truck Simulator as an example. But it is not extremely difficult. It's just something that you have to keep in mind, right? You know, like sometimes you just spearhead a little bit. But man, would I choose this game over Euro Truck Simulator? Probably hardcore, yes. The only reason for it is though, right, there's just so much more to do here than just delivering. But man, I do love me some Euro Truck Simulator. It's one of the best simulators out there. Alright. Not over here, I think. It might be in here. Nah, I don't think that's in there. You know what I mean, though. Well, let's just see if they take it this way. If not, we will just take it back, though, I suppose. Yeah, it's not really taking it, though, it seems. Oh, it does? No, it does not. Oh, yeah. Typical, though. But as you can see, easy peasy fix, right? Easy peasy fix. I like this farm quite a bit, man. There's so many mini games around here. Look at that. Right, you know, and over here too. It's a lot of fun, and I think I found out where we have to throw it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, here we are. Now this might be an issue in the end. Something like this. I think that, yep, that's it though. Alright, 74% already. And look at that, with the field we still have to do so much. You know? So that is very nice. This will be a difficult turn. I cannot make this. Not the way how we went for it though, at least, right? Oh. Just like this, probably just scraping that. Yep, there we go. Very nice and very lovely we did it. So yeah, we might make a lot of profit though, right? You know, last time we got 5k profit. This might actually be double that though, if we are getting a little bit lucky, because it was 75% already for 2 bales. So we might get a 50% in the next one. Huh. No wonder I'm in such a hurry to go back, huh? With 76 kph. On the road. again. I only hope that we are getting 2 more bales though, right? You know, that will be the dream. Or 2.5. It might be okay. Yeah, probably 2.5 though. Just park right over here. Alright, I'm very worried around this lady here. That has 0 stones in there. Did you drop them somewhere? So far, I don't see any stones in the field. Well, I do see stones here, but not a pile or something. And I highly doubt, though, that she did deliver them. Or put that in my... 15 liters. Okay. Is he just driving for naught? Yeah, I don't think she did throw it in there, right? You know, so... But we do have a quota, after all. There we go. I mean, very, very magical though, huh? All of it. Now, look at that though. I think we are very unlucky though with the extra haul of that one over there. In the last field we did the cotton stuff. I mean, it was a smaller field though than this one. But still, this is... quite impressive, but with that one we had like 1.5 bales, and this one we have 2.5 probably, maybe a little bit more. Just like that. Yeah, I would say a little bit more though, so you know that is that. Oh, start the engine first, of course. I thought it was still on. There we go. Let's put that one right there. Heavy berth after all, you know. Right me in the morning though, you know what I mean? Different color, of course. Let's put that one back in. And park it right over here. $79%. I would say that's still quite a lot of money though. Maybe 6k. I think it's over 5. To be honest, I really hope it is over 5, of course. A little bit further. What an invention, by the way, right? You know, to make it like this. I really do like it. Very smart to put it behind the truck, though, right? Because that means that you can make the harvester just a little bit bigger, though, than planned, probably. And streamline all of it a little bit more. Alright, let's go deliver. Alright, there we go, boys. How much do we get, do you think, huh? 1k was just paid to the workers? 11 plus k. Dude, that's way over 6k though, huh? I can do math. Wow, I am impressed though, huh? And then we have to do this one too. That's 4k for that one. And then this one 17k by... Oh, yeah, boy. And... yeah, that one is still working though, which is nice. 95k. We are very close to where we want to be. Which makes me a very happy man. Now, is there any big baller around still, huh? Spraying. Yeah, I kind of have a sore mouth from spraying though, if you know what I mean right now. Because it just went wrong now, didn't it? 11. We got a mini tractor. Shall we do it? Dry the mow grass and field with tether. Wait, dry mow? Dry the mown grass. Okay. So we don't have to do it anymore. It's already done. Look at that little thing though. It's like a golf cart, dude. So yeah, you know, like, I'm going to go right over there. We're going to see how it goes. But what is this? This is... what is that name? Tony? Alright, Tony, you have a very interesting logo. 2 horses. I like it. It's a very silly billy thing though, but I mean, for this type of job, you don't really need an ultra machine, you know, for doing the job. It depends on how big this actually is. Oh my, I'm kind of afraid though that it will tip over. Oh, I have to say, it is rather luxurious inside. It is rather luxurious inside, my boys. Alright then, here we are. So let's get to work. Let's lower the big boy. Let's lower the big boy. Come on, a little bit further. Interesting. It is rather wide though. It's lightweight, so I really do understand why though. Like, you know. Let's see. Let's activate it. Oh, that's the wrong button, of course. There we go. Now it's activated. Let's go a little bit further to the back. This is not how they want. Oh, this is how they want it to be. I think we could do it in a different way too. No, we could not. You know, because you do need a more complex one where you can actually have it, you know, in one line. But I think what he want me to do though is just to spread it around so it sun dries a little bit better, right? You know, and then we can make hay bales from it. Probably that's what he want me to do. Man, look at this. That's a cool little thing, isn't it? So yeah, I will do this, and I will do that though in between, right? You know, we still have the stone stuff. And then I will see you guys in the next episode. I'm sadly way over recording though. It always happens when you have a lot of fun though, but you know, que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will love you tomorrow. Bye bye.